Hello, everybody. Our sweet, precious Ava is at the door. Hold on 1 second here. I got the door shut because I've got our sweet, precious bandit in here. So, Ava, can you not get in? Can you not get in, baby girl? Hold on. Come on, baby. Come on. Hi, excited girl. Hi. Yes, you good girl. Yes, you good girl. Come on out here. You know that's my spot. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Yeah. All kinds of excited. She's like, I heard the greeting. I gotta get in. Dang, you break the door down. Ow. You just want treats. Oopsies. You get it. It's yours. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Okay, here you go, baby. Here. There you go. Okay. Starting off with a bang. Sorry, guys. Honestly, I thought she was tied up outside. I was going to tell you that I'm going to have to go get her at some point. She was being so quiet, and I didn't realize that she was, laying on the bed. That's my bad. So, but I wanted to give Bandit a little bit of time out so she could come out and play. And I even grabbed her favorite toy, her fuzzy ball. And I'm hoping that she wants to play with it. Oh, excuse me. I can't get a good yawn in. You ever have that? Where you try to yawn and you get 3/4 of a yawn, but you don't get that last final bit. Yeah. And then you just keep yawning, and that's where I'm at right now. Earl, you can't come in, buddy. Not right now. I'll let you in when I put Bandit back. Oh my. Earl. He's trying to get in so bad. I feel terrible. But he'll go after Bandit. And I can't have that. Because she's already traumatized. Yeah, she's already traumatized. He's a good girl. Hello, Buzzy Pug. Hello, Nina Laura. Oh my. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, this chair is not easy. It's not as easy to roll around this chair as it is my wheelchair or my walker. Buddy, you've got to behave. If I get one bad vibe from you, it's not going to be good. Okay. Okay. No. Both of you stop it. Oh, boy. Okay. Give me just a second here. I love you guys. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Martha D. Thank you so much. Hello, C-Rex. He will be. He will be. The animals are already up to the shenanigans. Stop it! You go in your window. You stay out of the window. Here, you can lay on this. I got this out for kitties. Go ahead and lay on that. That can be your little mock bed. My goodness. You are not. I never would have guessed. You don't look old enough to be a grandma. See? Even Earl agrees with me. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. By the way, guys, oh my God. This is the best thing ever. I put a link in the description on the last video, the one from this afternoon. Oh my goodness, they're so comfortable. No more like lines on my arm from leaning on the corner of the desk. Nothing. These are just, they're magical. Like, I don't know what took me so long to ask for them. But I put them on my wish list, and I mentioned to C-Rex that that I had put them on my wish list and how much I needed them, and suddenly they came. and really I had no intention of her buying them for me. But she did, and I'm so happy. These are like now my most favorite streaming tool. Oh, goody. Something that allows me to spend even more hours here with you. That's exactly what we all needed. Hello, Eileen Carlin. Okay. Friends, this evening my brother called me. His stepson, my 45-year-old nephew, has had a stroke. Oh, no. Surgery was performed to remove 2 blood clots from his brain. The long-term prognosis is not yet known. You know what that means, honey. We're all going to be praying for you. For your brother's stepson. I am so sorry you're going through that. We all love you. And that means we love your family. Because you're our family. Hello, Lisette Panette. I know that feeling. Only I don't eat a lot of chocolate. I was not late tonight. I was not. It said showtime and I clicked go. But are they Reese's? Yeah. Yes, our pretty little angels here. We love you, Eileen Carlin. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Sandy Hurd. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Squishy. Yeah, mine called me tonight, panicking. Apparently she tried to make a purchase and the bank locked her card because they didn't think that it was a legitimate purchase from her. And yeah, she called me panicking. She's like, Mom, I just tried to buy something and it got declined. And I'm like, all right, I'll cash app you. I'll fix it. First time her bank card's gotten locked. I'm like, you know what? It's life. It's gonna happen. You got to be prepared for anything. Hello, Michigan in Blacks. Yeah, that's a good. I'm going to start calling you MIB. Is that okay? Can I call you MIB? Or is there something you'd prefer me calling you? Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Don't you know it? Bandit's only halfway on the blanket. Or the pad, whatever it is. This she's afraid to get too comfortable. Hello, she's a maker. Thank you. Hey, we've got a fraud tonight on the stream. Hello, Mikey. He did. He figured out that there was nothing exciting going on for him, and he left. After Bandit thoroughly threatened him. Yeah, she's got Cash App. I don't have Apple Pay. I have PayPal. But Cash App is just so easy. It's my preferred method of everything. Yeah, we don't do a whole lot of that around here. Mikey, I've got a song that's being made for the channel. And once it's done, you got to come on here and listen to it with us. You'll love it, I'm sure. I wrote it, but I can't write music unless it's country, and then I can only like write it with the song, but I can't write like the composition and background stuff. So I hired someone to do it. They're doing the vocals too, because I thought the vocals would be better in a male voice. And yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, it's exciting. He said 5 days or less, and that was a couple days ago. So I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. I hope it turns out as good as I'm thinking it will. But this guy is amazing. I put him in the Discord. So yeah, that way you guys could see like his profile and his other stuff that he's done and kind of get a sense of his vibe. Yeah, he's amazing. He does a lot of them. They've got a whole channel dedicated to it. We Gotta Chase is what they call it. They've always got a We Gotta. That's like their thing. We Gotta. And then from there it's Chase, Case. We got a jackpot. That's in the Discord. What am I doing promoting your channel? I mean, people are going to start thinking I watch it or something. I may lurk once in a while. No, the slap fights are the best. I love the slap fights. I mean, you know, watching two grown men bitch slap each other in the face until one falls over. I mean, come on. Does it get better than that? Unless you can find, unless you can find a couple of people bikini wrestling in a pool of Jello. Well, don't you ever leave me. If your ADHD ever kicks in and you think you're going to bow out of this one, I will go all kinds of country on you and wave that rope and get you and pull you right back in. Yeah, they're pretty cool guys. Ooh, mud wrestling. Nice. Yeah. I'm not that cool. I'm so grateful that you guys show up for me every night. I mean, that's the best part of life right there. I got my family here. Eva, what you doing? Quit chewing on your foot. All right, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's have some more fun.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Mr. Briscoe.
Okay, 25 CR 883 is called the state of Texas versus Alex Briscoe. You are Alex Briscoe.
Yes.
You were present with your attorney, Mr. Adams. You've been indicted with the second-degree felony of aggravated assault, which carries with it up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. But it doesn't end there. You have a prior conviction out of Harris County in 2019 for being a felon in possession of a firearm. If all of this is true, it bumps your punishment range to a first-degree felony, which means you're looking at no less than 5 nor more than life imprisonment on this case. If it were me, I'd consider it real important. What are you doing today?
Just to move it to the announcement, this is initial appearance. But I have given him this indictment in police before.
Do I?
Said I have given him his indictment and the probable cause application. He has all that.
All right. State, who is on this one, please? It looks like Mr. Laird.
Yes.
What is his bond here, please? You've already been convicted of 2 other felonies. Then you've got a felon in possession of a firearm conviction in 19. Then here, I'm looking at the facts on this case, and there was a firearm used in this case. What's his bond?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't want you.
$35,000.
You're going to have you're at home confinement. I don't want you leaving your home. And you have to have a GPS device so I know where you are at all times. You understand? You don't like it? You don't like it? Tough. You are a danger. This is the 3rd time you've messed with a felony. And you think it's other people's fault? You're going to be at home confinement. Do you work somewhere?
No, sir.
You don't? Well, okay. Then you don't have to be going to work. Who lives with you at the house?
Got my kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, who supports the family?
My girl.
Who does? Your wife?
Sir, I just got back.
What, your wife supports the family?
Yes, sir, but I just.
What does she do for a living?
She worked. I just came back.
What does she do for a living, sir?
She's a general manager, so I just lost my job.
Okay. Well, you can go out and look for jobs, but you've got to stay on home confinement. You can go find a job, and you have to go to and from the job location in the most direct route. I got a lot of people who are on the same type of conditions, and they are doing just fine and making a living. So don't say you can't do it unless you don't want to. But that's your condition. You are dangerous. I'm looking at the circumstances on this case. I don't want you ambling about without me making sure I know where you are at all times. You understand, sir?
So
You've got 48 hours to get that done. All right.
Can I ask you something? You said it's 3 of them?
You have a conviction of being a felon in possession of a firearm in 2019, which means you had a felony
No, sir,
before that.
I was with somebody else, sir. It was 2 guns in the car.
Wait,
They took out running. So
Felon
both of us.
A felon in possession of a firearm.
Yes, sir.
That means you had to have had a felony. I mean, that's.
You did a jury trial on the felon in possession. You got a guilty verdict, and they sentenced him 2 years.
Okay. He wasn't eligible for probation. That means you got a felony conviction.
Yeah, he's got state jail.
A state jail. Okay. What were you trying to tell me? That wasn't right at all, what you just told me.
No,
And you
sir,
know
that's-
more about your life than
That's
you
what-
have a state jail felony conviction. That's a felony.
Sir, I was already a felon. I was already a felon, but the guy who I was with that took out running, that's what made it a felon in possession of a firearm.
I'm sorry,
because
the
it was
jury
2
thought
guns.
otherwise. They convicted.
Yes, sir. It was beat at first, but it was dead but they came back. And
The jury, well, we have to follow the jury's verdict unless you appealed it and you didn't.
So your buddy that you were riding with took off and left you with the firearm for you to take the heat for it. You're still a felon. And at that point, you still are in possession of the firearm. That's why the jury ruled against you.
And now we've got this situation. But you can go to and from work, to and from to get food, and to and from church. And we need to know where you are at all times, though, because I don't want you ambling about because you misuse firearms.
I really doubt he's going to be in church. You probably don't got to worry about that being where you find him. But I love that you made it part of his condition of bond that he could go to church.
What do you want to do next?
Just the announcement, Judge.
Okay.
I'll get with you.
4 weeks. Good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please get a reset. Thank you. God bless you. Jacorin White, 25 CR 115A.
Is that it?
Come on in. Jacorin is wearing white today. What's the deal? I didn't get the memo on this. I'm underdressed.
Let's go.
Everybody else? I mean, well, it's nice that you feel this is important because it is.
It is.
You were charged here, sir. You're Jacorin White. And you are charged here in 25 CR 1158 with the second degree felony of assault on a peace officer. Where'd he go? John, where's your attorney?
Oh, he has, John West texted me this morning. And he said that he's stuck in another court, but he's asking for resetting for an announcement.
Okay. When's he going to be here? In this court? And which court is more important? I'd like to know. There's not a higher felony court than this one. I don't understand.
He's in another county, Judge.
Okay.
But he's
Did you know he wasn't going to be here? Have you met him before, sir? Okay. Well, let's just go over this so that you know just where you stand on things. And I don't want you to, you can ask me a question, but you don't need to answer on any of this. I just want to make sure you understand fully, since this is what we call an initial appearance. This is the first time you've been here. So initial appearances, what we do is make sure that the defendants understand fully what they're charged with and a little bit about the nature of the case and what the potential punishment range is. In this second degree felony of assault on a peace officer, you are looking at, if convicted, no less than 2, no more than 20 years confinement in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Serious. Have you ever been charged with anything before? Never. Okay. Well,
I was inside of my boat. Police were fighting choice. Well,
honest truth. Let's, well, Mr. West is a good attorney, and just follow his advice. I'm going to reset this for 4 weeks since he's not here. This next event will be what we call an announcement. You will hopefully have discussed all this with him and then decided where y'all are going to be headed on the disposition of this. Okay. Get a resetting from that lady. Thank you.
Mr. Stevens.
Markham Champagne, Mr. Champagne,
I'm gonna give you the.
23 CR 705.
So I'm here with the highlighted X this one.
You're, come on out. Are you Markham Joseph Champagne?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with the state jail felony of forgery. Okay. You know what it's about?
No, sir, I do not.
It's looks like a check. It's written in the amount of $4,900 purporting to be the act of another person on their check, and apparently, according to the authorities,
Was that to do good credit?
It is.
Sir? Okay, I'm already currently on probation for that.
who is?
I am at Jasper County. I have paid all the money back. It's all said and done. As far as there were checks wrote here,
Yeah. Well, every time you write a check
yes,
in every location, that's a crime in a different jurisdiction. You have to clean up all the messes.
yes, sir.
This is
It
well.
got receipts.
No, this is something that was done here in Beaumont.
Your Honor, I believe there's 2 written here and 1 in Jasper. I can contact the Jasper office to see what the restitution amount is in that case and see if it covers the amounts written here as well.
I have made restitution.
For what, for which, check? For all the checks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, what's odd about this is, have you been moving around or anything?
I just recently moved, Your Honor, from Winnie to Bronson, Texas.
To where?
Bronson, Texas.
Okay. See, this indictment is very old
Yes, sir.
and which is, anything unusual catches my attention
Right.
because things work in a certain way
Yeah.
in coordination. Generally, within weeks or a few months of indictment, the defendant comes in for their initial appearances, not
Year
27 months later.
Yes, sir. I understand.
So this was indicted in June of 23.
Yes, sir.
And it states that you committed the state jail felony of forgery here in Jefferson County, Texas. And
I spoke with a detective about it,
yeah,
and
he didn't, but
I asked the detective if something is done over this to please notify me. I will turn myself in.
okay.
And that's exactly what I've done
Oh.
in Jasper.
Well, it's come to light.
Yes, sir. I
And
didn't
you just
even
need
know
to
I
deal.
had warrants.
Well, just deal with it in a responsible way. And
Yes, sir.
it ought to
What
work
I'm
out.
trying to do now. I turned myself in on the
Good. This says it's a check in the amount of $4,900
Yes, sir.
that went to Do Good Federal Credit Union at 1795 North Major Drive.
Yes, sir.
And it was,
Like I said.
and it was returned back, not authorized counterfeit check. So that then gets it, gets investigated by the Beaumont Police Department, and they file a report dated January of 23.
Yes.
So that's going on 3 years almost.
I wish I'd have known it had.
Well, it's sometimes things don't get out. And
Yes.
if you, this shows your address, McDermott, Winnie. When was the last time you had that address?
6 months ago.
Okay. Well, I don't know why it didn't work its way to find you earlier, but you got to just deal with it here. And
Yes, sir.
it's something that can be worked out. It's not a crime of violence.
Yes, sir.
And is there a loss of $4,900 to this bank, or did they stop the check somehow?
Your Honor, I believe there's two cases. They're both checks. One is for $4,000, one's for $4,900 here in Manhattan.
2 cases remaining because he had another one for $4,000 that he was on probation for. So he's kind of got a habit of writing 4,000, 4,900 in that vicinity amount of checks.
And to my knowledge, there is a loss of that amount. He is correct that there was another check case in Jasper. I don't know if the Jasper case collected all the restitution. That's something I would have to call and find out. It's all to Do Good Credit Union, just different branches.
There is a second indictment, 23 CR 706,
Yes, sir.
that was also handed up by the grand jury on June 21st, 2023. And it states that on October 27th, which would have been the day after the other indictment date of an event, on October 27th, 2022, you passed forged financial instrument to the victim, which was in this case, do that again, the same bank. Yeah, you wrote another check for $4,000. So you got a $4,900 check on one day, and then a $4,000 check on the next day. You understand? Okay, so you got 2 indictments, and they're both state jail felonies, which carry with it up to 2 years in the state jail. They're convicted on each case. So what are you doing about a lawyer?
Not have one.
Okay, you're unable to hire one?
Yes, sir.
You need to fill out one of the indigent forms. We're going to give you that, fill it out, then come back and swear that it's all true and correct. Don't make any false statements.
Yes, sir.
And if I
My life up, sir.
if I deem that all is well, then you will have an attorney appointed to help you, okay?
Just sit over there and fill it out and come back to me when you're done. Judge, you did not call this person. It was on the first page.
Inland Falk.
Sir.
Inland.
Sir, behind the wall.
25 CR 122. That's you, Mr. Falk? Okay, this is initial appearance as well. You're charged here with second degree felony of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but it's not good. You've been here before, right? Have you been here on this case at all before, or is this the first time? You got 2 convictions, robberies in 2002 out of the 252nd District Court next door. After that was final. This says you committed the felony of illegal possession of a controlled substance and were convicted in the court next door in 2019. Thereafter that conviction, it is alleged here in this new indictment that you committed the second degree felony of aggravated assault. This would be generally a second degree felony punishment of no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement in prison and a fine up to $10,000.
Yeah.
But because you had those 3 priors and 2 of them on one day in 2002, the third one is years later, but those are never in the past. They can always be used against you. You are looking at habitual felon status. If convicted of all of this, you're looking at no less than 25 years in prison, nor more than life. It's about as serious as it gets. Are you getting a lawyer? Are you able to get a lawyer?
At the moment, I'm probably gonna have a job.
I'm sorry.
I have a job.
Okay,
He's
where
good
do
at the
you,
moment, he can, Judge.
where do you work? How much are you making an hour? 34? That's a fortune for a lot of people. How much time do you need to go talk to some people to hire? You got 4 weeks, okay? And then come back, see where we are on this. You're in a minefield. You got to be careful walking through it. You don't want something to blow up. Because these are big explosions, 25 to life. See if you can fix that. Get with a lawyer as soon as possible. If you're unable to, come back. We'll take care of things. Thank you. Okay, what are we going to do here on, and Mr. Hatch, 23 CR 1093, you're charged, as you know, with this operating a motor vehicle in a public place while intoxicated. And because you have these 2 other DWIs, every time it's a DWI, it's a felony. So you got to be careful. And this is a 3rd degree felony. So you were looking at no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed in accordance with this case. So navigate through it. He's your guide through this minefield. And, but it's fixable. What are you doing right now to immediately to make sure that you don't get in trouble again? Yeah, I guess you have an interlock device.
I was had for 2.5 years. I never blew positive.
Good Lord. It is. This was indicted 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
What the heck?
The previous prosecutor on the case, we were working towards a misdemeanor. Now that we have a new assigned prosecutor, she's indicating that there's no chance of that. So we'll just try.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, this is stale. We got to work this thing out expediently, and that's way too long. Let me read this one. But y'all didn't have a deal on the other previous? You didn't have a deal?
There was-
It's the notes.
There's not anything in the file about reducing this to a misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's an offer on the felony, but
He wasn't operating as our defense, and so our experience injuries really don't like cases where people.
Did they do a blood test or something on it?
Yes, they did.
No, I never get those until the trial. What is it? What was
I believe
it?
it
Just
was
for my
227.
curiosity.
227.
Oh,
BAC isn't the issue, Judge. As you can read in the PC,
well, yeah, it
lack of
says,
facts of driving.
So.
okay, so he's asleep in a vehicle that's running and nobody else is there and the police, so he was just placed to sleep or something.
It was a safe area, and case law is very clear. Engine running, it's not.
Lucky you didn't get carbon monoxide poisoned. Well, that could have been dangerous. All right, let's set up the trial.
Has that happened since the 70s? I don't really think so. I've never heard of anybody in recent times getting carbon monoxide poisoning from falling asleep in a running vehicle, but I could be wrong, unless they were in a closed garage or something like that. But not just, being in their vehicle in a parking lot. I think some pretty little girl has to go outside and go potty. You go potty? Yeah. All right, guys. I'll be right back.
Let's go. We can do that.
Great.
All right, Jacqueline Kruger versus Kenny Koshelniak.
Hi, Judge.
Okay, you are Ms. Kruger, all right?
Correct.
And are you Mr. Koshelniak?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take it this went to mediation. It was not settled. I'd ask both of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with you, Ms. Kruger. If you could tell me what this case is about, then I'll hear from Mr. Koshelniak.
Okay, back in September of 24, I was recommended to go to Mr. Koshelniak to replace my transmission based on a family friend's recommendation. So I had contacted him and got it set up where I was getting a transmission from the church and it was supposed to be delivered originally to him, but they did not send it to him. I had to go down to pick it up in Roscommon, and my cousin and I went and grabbed it. We then, a couple days later, had taken it over to Mr. Koshelniak's house and told him what was everything, was going on. He had that taken care of. He gave me an estimate of $1,450, and at that moment, I had put $100 payment down. When I got the transmission back, I had to make 3 additional contacts with Mr. Koshelniak, letting him know that it wasn't working right. So he told me I had to get programmed at the Jeep dealership. So I wasn't able to do that being on disability just yet. So at that time, I made the decision to go to Ferry Transmission, had my car transferred down there. He looked at it and said it's the original transmission, not the one that I got from the company. Now, I do have the paperwork from the church showing where they got it from and how much it is. And I also got an email from the gentleman that said that it was sprayed across with blue paint across the front of it and across the torque converter also was written in yellow paint marker on their stock number, and I have that here. Yeah,
Oh, did she freeze up, Ashley?
It appears that way.
Ma'am, I don't know if you can hear us. We can't. Okay, now you're back, I think. You just told me about the paint markings on the
Yeah.
transmission when I lost you.
yes, yeah. Sorry about
Go
that.
ahead.
So, the gentleman gave me the information on the second recommendation. It turns out it had no markings, no blue markings, no yellow markings. And I know the markings were on the transmission because as we picked it up, you could see it outside the or under the wrapping. And so I had to have the transmission replaced, and that was another $3,200. And I did not want to end up going back out to Kenny because he has not only my complaint, but now I found out many more. With that being said, I am, when I took the transmission to SureStop, I do have pictures showing that it is the original transmission. And I also have that from Ferry Transmission in Grayling. And
You have a what?
so
You have a what? You have a what from the place in Grayling?
I went to the Ferry Transmission in Grayling, and he looked at it and said it is the original transmission.
Okay, all right,
And
go ahead.
and so then I took it to SureStop to my mother-in-law helped me pay for it to get the transmission in, and it works fine, and they did not have to program it, which I also double checked that it didn't have to be programmed for everything. It just had to get the shifting gears programmed, and that was it. So
Okay,
I had to rent 2 cars because, again, being on disability, I don't make a lot. I didn't have a car for a year. I just got my car back yesterday or Friday. And I had to rent a car twice, and I don't think it's that far off to ask for repayment back. And then I also had to bring my vehicle down with a U-Haul to have it finish the rest of the way. They had to do the oil pedestal. And
okay, where did you
that's
have to
where
have your,
I stood up.
where did you have to have your vehicle transferred to? You hauled down to?
I had it down, this last time I had it down to my brother-in-law's friend's shop.
Which is where?
And he finished the oil pedestal. Down in St. Clair Shores.
Okay, all right.
Because he was nice enough not to charge me for any of it. So I was lucky at that point. Because that was another $2,000.
I suppose for long distances, a U-Haul would be cheaper than a tow. Yeah, I have no idea. Getting her transmission changed and then having to change the oil pedestal? I've never heard of that, but I don't know much about car repair.
All right, what you are suing for
That's
is you're suing for $7,000. How did you reach that amount?
well, the original bill that Kenny gave me, like I said, was $1,450. He was nice enough to let me make payments, and I had paid him $590. Then
Okay.
the church had paid $1,000 to get that. And I had, like I said, I had to pick it up and bring it to Kenny. So I have that receipt. I have all my receipts here, and I wasn't sure if I had to get them to you, and I apologize.
tell me what the things are that went into the 7,000. That's what I want to
Okay.
know. You told me about 590. You told me about 1,000.
590,
What?
1,000 for the church. Enterprise rentals, one was 182. The other one was 240. I am asking for the two tows, which are 90 and 120. And then the new transmission, that was 3,200. And then the rest is for pain and suffering for not having a vehicle for so long.
All right, I will tell you that that part is not recoverable in an action like this. And I haven't made any decision on the others, but, so the $1,000 that the initial transmission cost the church, did you have to reimburse them for that?
No, but that's why I'm here at court too, because the transmission was never changed.
Okay.
I still have the
so-
original transmission.
Okay, all right, so the transmission that the church supplied that you went down to pick up, do you know where that is?
Yes. It was in Ross
Where is it?
Common. There was some shop like right off the Ross Common exit, and it was on the right. I don't remember the name of
Okay, I
it.
know, but you're saying you, and I think you said a friend or something, you picked it up and took it to Mr. Koshilniak's place?
Yes, and
Okay.
also,
Where did it go after, just a minute, listen to my question, please. Where did it go after that?
well, I was told that the transmission was put into the car.
I know, but you said you found out it wasn't. Do you know where the transmission supplied by the church went to?
I believe he scrapped it because I
Okay,
had
but
asked him.
You
I
don't
had
know
asked-
one way or the other. You
No,
you don't know one way or
not
the
by
other,
only
right?
what I got the comment from him.
Which is
Well,
what?
from Facebook. I said, curious, do you still have the damaged transmission? He said, no, the scrap guys took it when they picked up my scrap. I held on to it for a while, didn't hear anything, so I went to the scrap. Now, supposedly being a recommend,
Okay, hold on. I've got some questions that I want to ask. So
Mhm.
that transmission cost, did you have to reimburse the church for that transmission?
no,
Okay, and when you got your vehicle back, the transmission in it was the same one that was in it when you took it to him?
yes,
Okay, let me just take okay, you paid him $590, enterprise tows, and then the 3,200 was what it cost, ferry. And what was the rental for, was that the tow, which you already told me, the U-Haul rental? To your brother?
the two tows were separate. The rental car was because I had to have a vehicle to do.
I understand. I understand what you're saying there. I'm asking, so the two tows, you said you had to take things down to St. Clair Shores. Is that
Yes,
the tow charge?
No, the tow charge for that was $335.
Okay, what were the other two tows for?
I had to get it transferred down to ferry transmission because originally nobody could do it. And the guy
Okay.
did not have enough space to have it there, but he did look and he said it was the original transmission. Then I shipped it to Sure Stop because they had the room while we were getting the money together to get the new their transmission put in.
And who did you pay the 3,200 to? Was that Sure Stop?
Sure Stop.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Koshilniak, what did you want to say?
Well, I have here a slip that she did acknowledge, in fact, that I did install the transmission and she had agreed to pay payments and signed the agreement and never held up her obligation. Each transmission before I put them in,
Oh, I've lost you now. You froze up.
get full degreased and
Okay, hold on. I think you're gonna have to start over again. I lost you for a few seconds.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind
Okay.
starting over.
Yep, no problem. So here I have the signed agreement of her acknowledging that I replaced the transmission and my mechanic's recommendations that she needed to take it to the dealership for the reprogramming.
I don't care what she signed. There is no person on this planet that picks up their vehicle after it's been repaired and they're like, pop the hood and let me see the work. Like, mechanic is just one of those jobs that for someone like myself who doesn't have a clue, I'm not going to ask them to show me that they actually changed the transmission out. I'm going to just trust them that they did.
Because there was, it could hold up damage if you don't have it reprogrammed. And also she signed to it to agree to pay me payments. She never held up her obligation. Each transmission that I install gets brake cleaned and degreased before I put it in, so I'm not getting dirt in my eyes. So it probably washed off any markings that were on it. I did, in fact, install the transmission and never got paid on it. I even had some of my own money for fluid, filter, and gaskets. And she only paid me the $590 and then ghosted me for a year. So that's all I've got to say, Judge.
All right, so you're saying she brought the transmission into you. She got the transmission, right?
Yes.
All right, and you're saying you put that transmission into her vehicle?
Yes.
All right. I'm no transmission expert, obviously, but was it functioning when it left your shop?
It was functioning when it left my shop, and then she was also under the understanding with a customer supplied part, there is no sort of warranty on any of it.
All right. I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you test drive it to make sure the transmission was working?
Correct, Judge.
Okay. Since she took the vehicle, have you seen the vehicle since then?
No, I haven't. It's been over a year, Judge.
All right, and what was your total bill? I know, and actually, this is one point you guys agree on, that she paid $590. What was the total bill for?
The total bill is for removal and replace the transmission and plus the fluid, filter, and gasket, which come up to $1,350. And then she paid $100 down when she dropped it off, and then plus the then $590 altogether. And that's all she paid me.
So did she pay $590 or $690?
$590.
Okay, so that included the $100 down payment she made.
Correct.
I think you froze. Okay, yeah, you're saying correct. All right. All right, Ms. Kruger, what did you want to say?
Well, I have all the receipts and the pictures of the transmission. I don't believe that paint will come off a refurbished transmission. So all I can tell you by what I was told from SureStat and Ferry Transmission, I see had a picture of the markings and the numbers, and it was my original transmission. It was not.
I got a couple questions. I got a couple questions for you.
I don't trust him either, but the problem is I can't really trust her either, because she's trying to get $1,000 that the church gave for the repair. Unless you plan on giving that $1,000 back to the church and making that collection plate a little heftier that week, then you can't recover that money. So that makes it really hard to believe either one of these guys.
You picked up the vehicle from Mr. Koshoniak's shop. Did you drive it away or did you have it towed away?
I did drive it away, but it
Okay,
still made
right.
thumping noises
Okay,
in second and
So
third
there
gear.
was a transmission in it. Where is that? Where is that transmission now? Or where did it, who took it out and put another one in? Was that Sure Stop or was that Ferry?
First stop.
Okay,
And I do
so
have pictures.
Sure Stop put the transmission in that is in there now, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, did Sure Stop have any idea what would they have known if this was, well, Mr. Koshelniak, let me go back to you. The transmission that was taken out, I don't know if you know these sorts of things, was that the original transmission that was in the vehicle?
I honestly couldn't tell, Judge.
Okay, all right, if you don't know, you don't know. All right, so, Ms. Kruger, the transmission that Sure Stop took out, were they able to give you any information where the transmission they took out came from?
They said that it was originally in the car. It was that car's original transmission. And he
All right.
also mentioned that there were no markings on it whatsoever.
All right, Mr. Koshelniak, what do you say to that when she's saying it was the original, or she's saying Sure Stop said it was the original transmission?
The transmission that she provided came out of another car that was used. It was a used transmission. So it would have, I'd imagine it would look like it was original.
When transmissions are put in, is it, I mean, if I've got a Ford that I need a transmission, a Ford, whatever, a Mustang that I need a transmission replaced on, do I get it from another Ford Mustang?
Yes, you can. And it would be considered an original transmission if you get one from a junkyard.
Ms. Kruger, Mr. Koshelniak said you did not talk to him. I think he said for about a year. Is that true?
Okay. It was 9 months because after the third or fourth time I was done, there was no point. It wasn't going to get fixed or taken care of at all.
When did you first take it to him? Do you remember?
It was probably 2 weeks later, if that.
Okay, but when did it first go to him? I mean, was it 2024, 2023? When did you do it?
2024. He had it October 2024.
Okay, and you said you just got it back from Sure Stop?
Yes.
When did you take it to Sure Stop?
Well, Sure Stop had a hold of it for probably about 3 weeks before I could come up with all the money that they wanted to replace it.
All right,
And the service that they did on that,
go ahead.
the
Go
service they
ahead.
did on that date was July 31st, 2025.
All right, you went to Mr. Koshelniak. What was the reason you chose him as opposed to going to, say, Sure Stop in the first place?
Because he was willing and very nice enough to work with me on payments. And I was trying to give him payments $100 every month.
Right, I
But when it
understand that.
stopped working and it,
Okay, did you get it priced anyplace else other than from Mr. Koshelniak initially?
the original transmission was a refurbished transmission from AUM down in Florida. Let me see.
Okay, but when you went to Mr. Koshelniak and he said it would cost $1,350 to install it, right?
It was
Is that right?
$1,450. And I
Okay,
put
that's right. You
$100 down.
gave $100 down, all right? Had you priced that any other
And
place?
yes,
Okay,
and it
where
was
did you
more
price it?
ultimately
Yeah,
all over.
I don't doubt it. It's,
Well, I had
Go ahead.
another friend that was a mechanic, but I didn't want that. So, I really didn't look much I did call
Okay,
Ned's
great. Okay,
in Gaylord.
I was just curious on that. Mr.
Can I say
Koshilniak, do
one
you know
thing,
what?
Judge?
Sure, go ahead.
I just want to let you know that the place that I got that transmission from the church, that was a refurbished company. They redo everything, fix it all, and then
Sure.
it's like new.
All right, okay. All right. Mr. Koshilniak, if you know this, do you know what a shop like Sure Stop would charge for a transmission? Does that sound about right from what you know?
Yeah, and it varies from vehicle to vehicle. Being it's a four-wheel drive, I try to go on the cheap side just to help people out. Like I said, I agreed to let her pay payments so that, she could, it would help her out in the long run. But in the end, I just ended up getting the short end of the stick.
So you're saying you put in the transmission that she gave you?
Yes, sir. And it was not refurbished. It was a used transmission of a junk vehicle.
Was it wrapped?
It was wrapped on a pallet, but it was a used transmission. It was not new and it was not refurbished. The fluid was, this transmission fluid is supposed to be red. When I dumped the pan out of it, it was black like motor oil.
Why would you install it and not contact her about it? Because clearly, if the red fluid was black like motor oil, then there was a problem. Sorry, I've got Bandit's hissing her head off, and Earl's sitting there all smug like. So I'm trying to make sure there's not going to be a cat fight. But yeah, why would you not call her and be like, hey, I've unwrapped this transmission and this fluid is black. If I put this in your vehicle, you're going to still have problems. Like, that in itself is shady.
All right. Usually when I hear these types of cases, I get a pretty good sense of what happened.
Right.
I don't always have the exact, and I'm talking to both of you when I say this. I don't always have the exact number. You get, it's not unusual to get car cases, car repair cases, car purchase cases that have problems with it. I mean, those are fairly common things that come in small claims court. Purpose of small claims is to get comparatively small, and I know this is a lot of money to you guys, and it would be a lot of money to me, but it'd be a lot of money to me as well. But we're not also talking about $100,000 or $150,000, or you prepare a case much differently. So the disadvantage that I have is that I don't have as much information as you would have in a case that I don't know, you're working with something that cost much more than this. And so it's hard for me to see a real clear action. Here's a couple things that I can say on this. Ms. Kruger, you're not entitled to the money that the church paid for that transmission, really, no matter what. I mean, the church might be, but that's, since it's not out of your pocket, you wouldn't be. I'm not really I can understand the argument for the enterprise rentals and the tows, but I'm ruling on that right now. If you prevailed, you would be entitled to what you paid Sure Stop. You might be entitled on the tow to, or whatever that was, down to St. Clair Shores at $335. You paid $590 to him. 100 down and 490, as I understood it, at any rate. Mr. Koshilniak states that the transmission he put in was the one that you gave him. And that to me is the crux of the matter. And that's one I don't really know. I got to be honest with both of you. There's just no way that I know. I'm not calling anybody a liar or anything like that. I don't know. And the transmission isn't available. Probably if it was, I couldn't tell by looking at it anyway. That wouldn't help me, much in that regard. But that's not what we're dealing with. on a small claims case, which is a contract action. The two of you had a contract, and the plaintiff or either party sues on it. It's called the plaintiff, Ms. Kruger, you're the plaintiff because you brought the suit, and Mr. Koshoniak is the defendant. The plaintiff does have the burden of proof. And, you know, in this case, I have to say that I can't find that you met it. And I understand that it's probably a blow to what you wanted to hear. On the other hand, it also does appear to me that the whatever the transmission that was in it, and I'm not saying it was the original or wasn't the original, but the one that you left the shop with it in, you know, did not work. At least
You're
did not
cutting
work
out,
properly.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get to my ruling in just a minute. I'm sorry if I'm cutting out, I apologize, but it'll be contained, at least the numbers will be contained in the judgment. So I will, you know, you sued for $7,000 plus court costs. The only thing that I can justify in that is the $590 plus court costs. So that will be the judgment of the court, in your favor of a total of $690.20, which includes $100.20 in court costs. I find that that's been proven that it didn't work, at least didn't work properly when you left with it, but I don't find it was the wrong transmission or anything like that. So my judgment is based on the fact that there is not proof presented, and it doesn't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt proof like in a criminal case, but really it's just a preponderance of the evidence, which is slightly more than 50%. That wasn't met, that it was the wrong transmission that was put in there. So I will enter a judgment then of $590 plus court costs of $100.20, and we'll mail that out. I thank you both very much. I realize neither one of you are probably happy with the decision, but that is my decision at this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, Ashley, do you have what you need to, can you complete that judgment? You,
Can
Okay.
you give me the numbers again?
yes, the numbers were for the damages, $590 plus court costs.
Okay.
And that would be in favor of plaintiff and against the defendant. Okay, thank you.
Assistant Public Defender Alexis Zerflin on behalf of Ms. Brigham. Ms. Brigham, can you unmute and state your full name for the record?
You're unmuted.
What do you
Ms. Brigham. Sherelle Brigham. Sherelle Brigham. Okay. Attorney Zerbs, you are able to hear me, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you.
Okay, just checking. Sherelle Brigham, you need to unmute and state your name for the record. Sherelle Brigham. Sherelle Brigham.
Was hoping we could have a chat.
Just pick somebody else, I guess. Yep. If you want to try messaging her to see, but she's obviously not paying attention. Sherelle Brigham. Sherelle Brigham.
The judge didn't notice. I'm sorry, magistrate. She didn't see it. And the court clerk took her out before the judge saw.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there you are.
We're coming in, all right? It's gonna warm up.
Now calling 25S00395 is the state of Michigan versus Sherelle Brigham. State your name for the record, please.
Sherelle Brigham.
Thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is, it looks like a bench warrant issued for your arrest on October 7th after you failed to appear for the pretrial conference date that was scheduled in front of the judge. So, Attorney Zerbst.
Assistant Public Defender Alexis Zerbst with an on behalf of Ms. Brigham. Your Honor, my file's indicating that we may have had some issues contacting her before that last court date. So I'm not sure if that's what factored into her failing to appear and missing that court date. But since she is appearing today, I would ask that bench warrant recall and she be reset for a pretrial conference.
All right, Ms. Brigham. I am going to recall the bench warrant.
Thank you.
Your pretrial conference date's going to be November 3rd at 9 in the morning. That will be over Zoom in front of Judge Washington.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If you fail to appear for that next court date, the court will be far less inclined to recall another bench warrant. So just keep that in mind, all right?
Okay, will I get a reminder mail?
You should get a reminder in the mail. And if we've got a good phone number for you, you should get text message reminders as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Brigham, does your phone number still end in 8776?
Yes.
Okay, so the public defender's office will also reach out to you before that next court date.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then you are free to sign out. You need to unmute and state your name for the record. Sherelle Brigham.
Jerry asked.
Sherelle Brigham.
Was hoping we could have the chat.
Just pick somebody else, I guess. Yep. If you want to try messaging her to see, but she's obviously not paying attention. Sherelle Brigham. Sherelle Brigham.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there you are.
We're coming in, all right? It's gonna warm up.
Now calling 25S00395 is the state of Michigan versus Sherelle Brigham. State your name for the record, please.
Sherelle Brigham.
Thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is, it looks like a bench warrant issued for your arrest on October 7th after you failed to appear for the pretrial conference date that was scheduled in front of the judge. So, Attorney Zerbst.
Assistant Public Defender Alexis Zerbst with an on behalf of Ms. Brigham. Your Honor, my file's indicating that we may have had some issues contacting her before that last court date. So I'm not sure if that's what factored into her failing to appear and missing that court date. But since she is appearing today, I would ask that bench warrant recall and she be reset for a pretrial conference.
All right, Ms. Brigham. I am going to recall the bench warrant.
Thank you.
Your pretrial conference date's going to be November 3rd at 9 in the morning. That will be over Zoom in front of Judge Washington.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If you fail to appear for that next court date, the court will be far less inclined to recall another bench warrant. So just keep that in mind, all right?
Okay, will I get a reminder mail?
You should get a reminder in the mail. And if we've got a good phone number for you, you should get text message reminders as well.
Okay, thank you.
Ms.
Okay.
Brigham, does your phone number still end in 8776?
Yes.
Okay, so the public defender's office will also reach out to you before that next court date.
Okay, thank you.
And don't you dare appear in front of Judge Washington like you appeared in front of Magistrate Braley. Judge Washington will not take it. Neither will those other two judges that have been subbing in for her during her emergency.
Okay, thank you then. You are free to sign out. Now calling case number 17FB1715. This is the State of Michigan versus Quashay Mitchell. Can I have appearances for the record, please? Just state your name.
My name is Quashay Mitchell.
Okay, thank you.
Does she need a warrant quashed?
Today's the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. You were last in front of me on August 19th. Your balance at that time was $1,190, and it still is. So what's going on?
I'm going through a lot of financial turmoil and struggles. And the same day that I met with you, my grandmother died. And the same amount I owe you guys is how much I owe my rent right now. I'm just going through a lot of hard things. I'm currently at work. I've been online for 2 hours. I'm just, apparently life isn't going how I would like for me.
So what I would like you to do sometime before the next court date, if you want to fill out a financial statement so that I can take your finances into consideration at the next court date, okay?
Yes. I'm gonna try to pay then. I'm currently in a transfer with my job and I will be starting the new position with the higher pay next week. So I'm hoping that that will help me a little bit, but I've just been going through a lot.
I'm sorry to hear that. I do want to congratulate you on starting a, higher paying position next week. So that should hopefully be exciting. But I do want to also offer my condolences on the loss of your grandmother.
Thank you.
What I will do is set a follow-up, we'll say January 20th.
What day is that on?
It's a Tuesday.
Are these courts always being held on Tuesday?
I can do Wednesday if you need Wednesday, but that's in the afternoon.
Okay. I'll just aim for Tuesday and I'll communicate it with the new boss because I don't know when my off day will be currently. I'll just let them know that I have a court date on Tuesday, January 20th.
All right. So we are going to be back in person at that point. So if you need a Zoom hearing, you can request one. There's a form on the 14B District Court website. But otherwise, it is in person. It'll be in courtroom 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you. I would obviously like to see the balance go down between now and then. Okay, it doesn't have to be paid in full. If it is, that date will be canceled. You won't have to come. But otherwise, either get the financial statement or make some kind of payment towards it. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Then I will see you in January.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're free to sign out.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Hi, hello.
Good morning. Just a moment.
No problem.
Now calling case number 23S4191629. This is the State of Michigan versus Jamari Gissendoner. Can you please state your name for the record?
Jamari Gissendoner, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for a show cause hearing in this matter. Now, sir, I recalled a bench warrant for you back in August. Your balance at that time was $267. You saw me again in September. Your balance was $267. It is still $267.
Okay, because I'm thinking because I went to the courthouse out here. So the courthouse out here, because I just finished paying that ticket off. I'm thinking that ticket was also related to this ticket, also involved and everything, because that ticket I believe was around 200 something also.
Okay.
Because they also told me about the 2 separate tickets to the different courthouses and things like that. No, I also had a court date for actually coming physically out there that was supposed to be today, but they had moved it to a later date. So I was also supposed to come out there today, and it was for a completely different case. That's why. But
Okay.
I was supposed to come out there today, and when I came out there today, I was also going to pay that fee and everything.
Hold up a second. Because this is the only case I'm seeing for you here. When you say that you're supposed to come out here, where do you think here is?
Isn't this that's the crowd downtown Ann Arbor, correct?
No, it is not.
Oh,
This is 14B. We're in Ypsilanti Township. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, we're off of Whitaker Road, South Huron River Drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whitaker Road South. Okay, okay. That's why. That confused me on everything because okay, that's why. Because the one the original courthouse that I went to was Hogback, and that's why I started paying everything off originally.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so that's where everything confused me. Okay, I thank you for that.
Yep, you're welcome. So yeah, so we are not 14A, we are 14B. Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to the 14B District Court website, there should be a link there so that you can make payments on this. You can make partial payments online now. That's a thing that you can do. So
Okay.
you can do that. You can come into the 14B District Court and make payments, but I do want to see you start making payments on this. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What I am going to do is set you for a follow-up. That'll be November 25th. That will be at 9 in the morning in person at 14B.
Okay.
The balance paid in full before that date. That hearing will be canceled. You won't have to come. Otherwise, I at least want to see that it has gone down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That'll be in courtroom 2 in front of me. So, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just make sure you got the right court, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you. You are free to sign out.
Good morning.
Now calling case numbers 13S00236 and 22W005839. These are the matters of Julia Nicole Martin. Can you please state your name for the record?
Julia Nicole Martin.
Thank you. So today is the date and time set for show cause hearings in these matters. You were in front of me on, I think, August 20th. Okay, looks like August 20th. And at that point, your balance was $11,313 altogether. It still is. So the last payment that I'm showing for you was August 19th. So what's going on?
I'm trying to make payments soon, but I don't really understand because I really understand this case. And now that it came back 12 years later, now that I'm a single mom and I don't have no help with my kids, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to do anything. Like I'm living check to check.
Okay.
The way that she phrased that is almost like they planned it that way. Like they waited to bring these charges on me until I became a single mom. And now I can't afford it. You know, they should have brought the charges on me when I wasn't a single mom. That doesn't make sense, ma'am. They weren't watching your life.
What I will do is set a follow-up date, December 2nd. That's going to be
Can I get a legal aid?
I can have you talk to someone from the public defender's office, yes. But I will say at this point, the case is post-judgment from quite a while ago.
Yeah, that's why I understand, like, why this just came back up 12 years later. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, so it looks like the fines and costs were waived back in 2018, but the overwhelming amount of the balance here is restitution. Restitution can't be waived. So it's just been sitting here. this entire time.
Yeah, so I need to, give me a legal aid lawyer because, just so happen it comes up at a time where, I'm I am really, messed up here. My kids is mentally, checked out. We just got connected to wraparound. I'm dealing with a lot of behaviors, so, you know,
Okay. I can have you talk
point,
to
you
someone
know.
breakout. As I stated, I don't know that there's a whole lot that they'll be able to do, but I will put you in a breakout room with them. Okay, so that next court date's
Yeah,
gonna
this
be
plan probably need to
December
just come up
2nd.
here and I can, I think jail would probably be easier for me. Do you have somewhere for my kids to go if I have to do jail time?
You can talk to the public defender, okay? Just give them a moment.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if Miss Sutters needed to go in with Mr. Bond, if that's where she still just went.
Ms. Harris is done, correct? Okay, so Ms. Harris, you're free to sign out. Ms. Martin, you should have an invitation to go into the breakout room. Person on the device just laid. Zoom music. Hi, what's your name?
In the truck, and I ain't wanna hate on you though. Yeah, you getting back in your truck, so I was like.
Can I have your name, please?
Natasha Frierson.
Okay, thank you. Now calling case number 24T00467. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Natasha Frierson.
Hello, Natasha Frierson.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I am seeing is that a bench warrant issued for your arrest back on October 15th, and that was because of the alleged violation of probation dated October 3rd. You tested positive for alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I believe, okay, so this is your first violation of probation. I am going to re-refer you back to the public defender's office, so Attorney Zerbst.
Assistant Public Defender Alexis Serps with and on behalf Miss Frierson, we would stand mute to the violation, and given the fact that it is her first violation, we'd ask for the bench warrant to be recalled and maybe re-refer her to community corrections to see if we can get her back on track and set this for a probation violation hearing in front of Judge Washington.
Okay, Ms. Frierson, are you able to get to community corrections by 4 p.m. tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. What I am going to do is adjourn this arraignment to next Wednesday. That's October 29th, 2025. That will be at 1:30 in the afternoon over Zoom in front of me. And by that point, you should have gone to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing, and I want you to pick up a SoberLink device while you're there.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're gonna come back in front of me and I will give you that court date in front of the judge.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So the bench warrant will remain in place until you go to community corrections and pick up that SoberLink device. So either reach out to the court or have the public defender reach out to us to tell us that you picked up that SoberLink.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, I will see you on October 29th.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you. Attorney Zerbst, did you need to speak with her?
If I could just confirm the last 4 digits of your phone number, Miss Frierson, is it 7759?
Yes.
Okay, so we still have good contact for you. So if anything comes up, please feel free to reach out to our office, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Then Ms. Frierson, if you don't have any questions, you're free to sign out.
Okay, thank you.
Now calling case numbers 19S355191A, B, and C. Also calling 21W000475. These are the matters of Barry Michael Martin. Can you please unmute and state your name for the record? Mr. Martin, state your name.
Barry Michael Martin.
Okay, thank you. So today's the date and time set for arraignment in the matters ending in 475. and 191A. So for the matter ending in 191A, this was a citation from July 3rd of 2019 that charges that on or about that date you operated a motor vehicle on Michigan Avenue at or near Wired while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum potential penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So as part of that same citation, so the same date, time, and location, you were also cited for having no proof of insurance. That's the 191B ticket. And then you were also cited for having illegal window tint. That is the 191C ticket. So those are both civil infractions. There are no criminal penalties associated with those, no jail time, no probation. There are, however, fines associated with those. So in regards to the matter ending in 475, this was a citation from February 28th, 2021 that charges that on or about that date you operated a motor vehicle on homes at or near Midway with no license. So that again is a misdemeanor. It has a maximum potential penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $100 fine plus court costs, or both. There are also 2 points associated with that. So do you understand that charge?
I do, yes.
Okay, thank you. You're also warned as part of that citation for speeding 6 to 10 over, but since that was just a warning, we won't be addressing that any further. All right, so in regards to the 2 misdemeanors, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial. You are not required to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if these cases would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that last part doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Do you have any questions about your rights?
I do not.
Okay, thank you. And I will note too that a number of court dates were set for you back in 2019 and again in 2022 and 2024. You missed all of them. Presumably the fact that you're here today means that we have good contact information for you now.
Yes, and might I add, I am a cancer survivor, so I've been going through cancer, chemo, and treatment and surgery. So that's why I was not able to come to those court dates.
Okay.
Yes, so that doesn't exclude the fact that I should have been there. However, I'm just telling you that's literally the reason why, you know, because at this point of my age, I'm ready to accept my faults and put this behind me and get along with life so I can get my license and be out here like a regular citizen.
Okay, well, thank you. And did you get a text message reminder for today's court date?
For the next court date?
No, for today's.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Oh, good. Okay, so long as we have a good phone number for you, you'll get those text message reminders. Okay, so
Great.
if your phone number changes, update it with the court so that you can keep getting those reminders. All right.
Immediately, yes.
Okay, thank you. So, and I do also want to congratulate you on, you know, I don't know if that's a weird thing to say, but on surviving cancer, because that's a
Yeah, it was it was bladder cancer. So yeah.
Okay. All right. The bench warrants are being recalled because of your appearance today. I am showing that your license is still suspended. So let me see.
Really? Yeah, I didn't know that. Because the year I'm sorry.
Nope, that's okay. Just let me finish for a second. So the reason it's suspended, 2 things. One, is this no proof of insurance citation that I've got here from 2019. So what I am going to do with this is allow you to pay the clearance fees. Okay, so what that means is if you make a $45 payment, then that at least should allow you to clear the suspension for this citation. But you do have another citation out of a different court. It looks like Oak Park.
Yes.
So you need to communicate with them. Let me see.
Yeah, I actually did earlier this year, I believe. And yeah, I have a clearance, I believe is $300.
Okay. So yeah, so to be clear, so with Oak Park, it's another no proof of insurance tickets. No proof of insurance tickets are one of the only things that'll still keep you suspended. Okay. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is this. I can't do anything about Oak Park. So if they're telling you that you need to pay that whole thing, then that's what you need to do to get that one cleared. As far as PB goes, with this citation, like I said, I'm going to allow you to pay the clearance fees on this. So for the 14B no proof of insurance ticket, you're allowed to pay the $45 clearance fee first. Okay. That's not
Okay.
going to get rid of everything else. Okay. We'll deal with that when we get there, but you may pay the clearance fee.
Okay. Great.
Okay. So, and that will be something that you pay with 14B. Okay. So
Correct.
do that, deal with Oak Park. I'm going to set you for a follow-up court date. It's going to be a bit further out to give you some time to deal with Oak Park and also pay the $45 here.
Thank you.
That for December 9th.
Okay.
So that'll be a pre-trial conference date. That will be in front of Judge Washington. It's going to be in person at that point at 14B. Okay, it'll be in courtroom number 1.
Understood.
All right. Do you have any questions about anything I said?
Actually, I do not. Everything was clarified.
Okay. So your court date for 14B on all of these matters is that December 9th at 9 a.m.
Great. December 9th at 9 a.m. And I will get a text anyway, just for a reminder.
You will, yes.
Your
Great.
Honor, I'm not sure if I put my appearance on at all, or if we might have just skipped over that part when we are discussing all of what Mr. Martin needs to handle. So Assistant Public Defender Alexis Zerps with and on behalf of Mr. Martin, we will stand mute in both of the misdemeanor cases and request personal bonds based on all of the information he's provided to the court today and based on his appearance.
Okay, thank you. So yes, just to be extra clear on those, I am having the bench warrants recalled on both of the misdemeanor matters. The court will grant personal recognizance bonds in both of those matters as well. So basically you're promising to appear for that next court date. If you fail to appear, bench warrants may issue once again. So again, that's why it's important to make sure we have updated contact information. All right.
Correct. Understood. Yes.
You may want to either come in or call in and talk to the clerks if you're going to make that $45 payment so that you make sure it goes to the right ticket and the right thing specifically. Okay.
Exactly. Yes, I understand.
Okay. And fortunately, one of our clerks is signed into the Zoom right now, so she's heard all of this and is presumably taking really good notes. So,
Great.
All right. So you've got your next court date. Do you have any questions?
I do not. Thank you very much. Everything was specific and clarified for me.
Okay, excellent. So I am going to send you an invitation to go into a breakout room to talk to one of the public defenders to exchange contact information with that. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And Attorney Zerps, that's going to be you because otherwise I'm going to start calling the failure to appears.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So Mr. Martin, you're going to have this invitation. Once you're done, you'll be free to sign out. And you should have that now.
Yeah, Vasher, I can show you a picture of him quick. Give me a second. He was making the rounds. I've got a playlist for him that includes OSG's hearing as well as 2 of mine. Let's see here. Here he is. I knew I shouldn't have to scroll far. All right. Now I go minimize that. All right. So this is Vasher. Is this your soft set dude? No, we're gonna anything night time. Oh my. Yes, I do. I'm very tired. Bandit's going crazy eating the kibble and treats. Oh, I hope that's to me. I love you. You guys are so amazing. Yeah, she's awesome. I really like her. The only complaint that I have of her is sometimes her cadence gets a little frustrating to listen to. But other than that, I absolutely adore her. Yes, the day streams are the best. You guys are so great. And then being here with you guys at nighttime, I've got the best life. Yes, Manuel's favorite line. Yes, she's such a perfect baby. Oh, wait. Okay. She's like, Mama, leave me alone. I want to lay down by the window. I love Earl. Like, I love Earl with all my heart. I really do. But I kind of can't wait until he goes off with my daughter and then Bandit can have free reign of the house. And I'm pretty sure Bandit will sleep with me at night because she used to sleep with my father. And oh, come on. He's not even here. Or is the other kitties outside? Oh, that tail is whipping. I think either Billy O.T. or Tiny Kitten Esquire must be right outside the window. And Bandit sees them. Oh, my Bandit. I love her. All right, guys. Gonna move the kitty treats out of my way. Yeah, I think it's Tiny Kitten Esquire. She's not meowing yet though, so she's not ready to come inside, but she likes to come right up to the window, and then when she's ready to come inside, she starts meowing, and then I go to the door. Oh, she is, but she's also the sweetest. Oh my goodness. She is sassy, but she gives kisses. Like she's so perfect. She gives the best kitty kisses. She's like 9 years old. That's incredibly hard to believe. But she is. She's 9 years old. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being so wonderful. I love all of you. Oh, now you come out? Now you come out? Are you going to say goodnight to everybody with me? Are you going to say goodnight? Can we show them you give kisses? Bandit. She's focusing on trying to figure out where Earl is. Bandit. I love you. See? She's so perfect. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.